Hi there, savewith.crypto here. Okay, so last week I did a video about XTP, which is the coin from Tap Global, and it's because they put out this tweet here saying that the locking of XTP is now back in the UK. I said in response to that, I said this is fantastic news. Two questions. If we upgrade, for example, to Plus tier with £300 worth of XTP, what happens if the value of XTP drops below £300? Do we automatically downgrade? Now, I thought this is quite an important question because I know, for example, with Crypto.com, with their cards, if the price of the token goes below what the threshold was to get that card, you keep the card and you keep the benefits from the card. And yeah, that was one thing I was very interested in. And also at the moment, even though you can choose to like display your balance in pounds if you want to, everything's done with euros. So if you top up your card, you're topping it up with euros. If you want to spend crypto, what you do basically, you sell the crypto into euros, and then if you buy something in the UK with pounds, the conversion happens from pounds to euros. Now that sounds really clumsy. I did some experiments with it earlier in the year, and it didn't actually work out that bad. Actually, it did actually surprise me. Nevertheless, it would be nice to actually just be able to top it up with GBP, British pounds, and spend it accordingly. So my second question was, do you have any plans for us to be able to top up the card with GBP rather than euros? So it took a few days for them to reply, but they replied to the first one saying once you lock in, you do not get downgraded if the price of XTP goes down. That's excellent news. But if the price of XTP goes up, we give you the option to upgrade to the higher level. Amazing. That's brilliant. That's exactly what we want. And regarding my second question, they just put the, watch this sort of eyes there. So this made me think, okay, let's go and have a look at what else has been done by Tap, because I've been sort of ignoring the project for a little while, to be honest. So I wanted to see what they've done. And there's a really good video between Peter Wall and Arsene Teresian. So this was the video here. This is Arsene and this is Peter Wall. They are the CEO and chairman, respectively, of Tap. The discussion was a lot of talking about what they do and what their strengths are. And about 20 minutes into it, the actual real meat of the conversation starts. I just want to go through a few points that they made there, because I think this is really important to the whole thing about Tap. How Tap is structured and how XTP fits in with the whole system. So I think you should find some parts of this really interesting. Let's have a listen.
So are Tap users ever going to be able to hold GBP or USD on the card?
Yes, they will.
And what kind of timeline is there for that?
Within the next 2 quarters, we will have that feature for our users.
Okay, so that's on the timeline. Okay. Bitfinex, you made an announcement. What's going on with Bitfinex?
So we've provided all the tech to the Bitfinex team. They've been working on it tirelessly over the past year and a half, and we are very close into launching to the public. Okay.
Now, Bitfinex is an exchange that Tap's been available on for, I think, nearly 2 years now. And I didn't quite know what this was all about, so I asked my community on Twitter, and they came up with the goods and showed me this. So it's basically this, that Bitfinex becomes the first customer for the Tap Global Cards as a service platform. Okay, so it says here, the company's new product enables companies such as Bitfinex to offer their customers a prepaid MasterCard to enhance their existing financial offering. The card, which will be made available to all of Bitfinex's European users, will be underpinned by Tap's existing infrastructure and regulatory approvals, and will allow Bitfinex account holders to convert their cryptocurrency assets to euro, which they can then send to purchase from any of the 37 million worldwide merchants who accept MasterCard. Okay, so that's what that's about.
Okay, great. U.S. market. What there was an announcement made. What's going on with the U.S. market?
We launched the app through a partnership with Zero Hash. It was more of a soft launch. We're getting our hands as well, understanding the US market. It's a limited product currently, which only offers crypto to crypto trading using our trading engine. But we're looking as well in the near future to add USD rails through a partnership with Plaid and as well powered by Zero Hash.
So just one other piece I would add to the US strategy is that, yeah, we've soft launched, but when we do the full launch in the US, we have to make sure we are fully ready to do it and launch fully. And that is not something you want to do kind of half-ass. And so I think what we've been talking about is making sure that that is fully ready to go to enter that market. And like you said, done some testing, that infrastructure is there, but we want to make sure that all of the rest of the pieces on the operational side that we're doing in Europe are fully set and in place before we really fully turn our attention to the US.
I completely agree with you. And you know my opinion as well on it.
So a lot of people that follow TAP closely, want to know what's going on with XTP. This is a token that's obviously very closely tied to the company. So let's talk XTP for a little bit. First, let's talk about what the original vision was for XTP, and then why the structure of ownership ended up to be the way it is.
Okay, so the original idea of XTP came from during the 2017 ICO bull run, where obviously everyone was just investing in coins. And one of the things, and I was one of them as well, but one of the things that I really disliked was that there was nothing else tangible behind the tokens. It was usually just pure marketing and hype. So during the phase of building the idea of TAP, I wanted to also create a coin where we will have some value behind it, always there to back it up no matter what happens. So one of the things while creating the tokenomics of the token was that we wanted to make sure that it's closely tied, or not if closely tied, but at least being able to be backed by the company that does all the operations. For example, we introduced a 10% monthly burn of all the profits generated from the platform. We introduced the ability to pay fees on the TAP platform, which creates the utility of it as a reward, not as a reward, but as a loyalty to power users, but then also to include a locking mechanism or staking. So if you are a power user of the platform, you can just stake the tokens for 12 months, increase, and then you get discounted fees and other benefits. And as well, now we've introduced a cashback. So obviously the higher tier you are, the more rewards you get while you spend.
So to summarize that, the idea has always been for XTP for actually to be a utility token, a true utility token, as opposed to just some useless token that is whatever, a meme coin or et cetera, et cetera.
That's correct. The only thing that we haven't managed yet to do, it was just to create that flywheel effect where once you get the users and then you advertise or market the feature properly, then that then creates an endless flywheel where people will invite other friends because of the benefits of the platform, which then acquires us more users.
So kind of what Binance has done with BNB would be sort of the model.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that all sounds good, doesn't it? And I think Arsenal is good to say that, they haven't managed to achieve that kind of flywheel effect, as he calls it, to make XTP totally desirable. So, what do you think? Well, I actually think, if they get the UK thing sorted, and I think the UK is important because there are a lot of XTP holders in the UK. I'm pretty sure there are. And I'm pretty sure that's because of, TMG promoting it like he was like 3 years ago. But I think consequently, those people need a good deal, and it's almost there, isn't it? I mean, now you can actually lock your XTP to get the premium tiers, and the premium tiers look great, to be honest. I mean, this one here, just locking up $2,500, you're getting 3% cash back. Now, to achieve that with crypto.com, I can't remember the exact figures, but I think you need to lock up like 30 grand's worth of CRO just to get the 3%. And to get the 8%, it's just, I don't know, it's like, I think it's 300,000 CRO you need to lock up, £300,000 worth of CRO. So, a third of £1,000,000 to get the 8% cash back. And you can do that on tap with 20 grand. you know, is a lot of money, but there again, getting 8% back on everything is as well. So, you know, if they get this right, it could be a real contender for something like Crypto.com. I'm a lot more pleased with Tap than I was. I still think the app looks terrible. I don't like how there's fees everywhere to do anything like just top up the card or whatever. But I'm hoping over time that will improve, and I really hope that we can actually store and use GBP on the card in the UK, like they said. So let's say before July. So yeah, I'm bullish on Tap. Let me know what you think. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. While you're down there, please do make sure that you are subscribed and you got the notifications set on all. Do like the video, of course. And above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto has to be one of the best YouTube channels that the United States has ever seen. Kamala Harris is not a subscriber, but I am. I have notifications set to all as well. I'd strongly suggest you subscribe to Save with Crypto today. Above all, you should tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is not a financial advisor. He just makes ice cream on the internet. If you cannot find someone to do your own research, you must do it yourself, just like I did not.